Roam as a
It
roam.
says as a roam, it's quite hard.
It's so squishy. I tried it as well before, like way before, like not right now.
It's annoying, 100%.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
early on you can get some pretty early ganks.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Thunderbelt rush for sure. That's concussive blast. Could be an easy pick. Lineup rating is heavily favoring RSG Philippines here.
because of the big curveball that they threw.
And I get it because the mid laner doesn't really have an interrupt that messes up the
quicksand
heal,
guard.
The quicksand guard, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Conceptually, I don't know.
There's so many things. Throw it over the casters. Maybe they can continue the frame.
We're also just as flummoxed as y'all gentlemen, seeing a Khalid roam
Welcome to
in the
Mobile
hands of
Legends.
RSG as they fight for tournament life to make it into the playoffs. Game 3, the final game in this best of 3 between the Raiders and the Barangay. Leo Eningan bringing you the action. You know I've been spamming Khalid, right?
Yeah. You?
A lot of people have been telling me, hey, Leo, try it in Rome, try it in Rome. Little did I know we would see it Friday night.
Man, if anyone can pull this off, it's going to be Dylan. It's going to be Light. Light has been a huge veteran here in our league. And we all know the capabilities of a Khalid in terms of the early game, especially the first 5 minutes. We can expect a more aggressive kind of playstyle coming in from RSG. And that's what they actually did when they won Game 1.
I wish our esteemed analysts in the Infinite Game Tabayan could have broken it down, but as the match continues, maybe we can try and, figure out exactly why Light picked up the Khalid, or why RSG, of course, through the guidance of their coaches as well, said yes to this. Look at the build, look at the emblems, right?
Yeah.
Instead of Thrill, he picks up the extra health.
Yeah.
Extra health, Wilderness Blessing, and then Concussive Blast. So, sure, maybe you do rush a Thunderbelt, but something tells me maybe they build them a little chunkier. Maybe they focus more on just defense.
Maybe that's where Aqua comes in. I mean, you have a very mobile, very versatile roamer with this Khalid, but paired up with the NetherRealm, he's gonna get chunkier and chunkier.
That's right.
So it might be a good strategy for RSG, but again, here comes Andoryu.
Kosei!
Kosei is the target. Might fall down because 3 barangay members are there to bring down Kosei.
All right, just a little bit of continuity, right? In Game 2, we said, hey, maybe Kosei should have rocked the Purify. Here he did, he still died.
He still, I mean, that was 3.
Sure.
That was 3. And against the Ling, your Purify is...
Gonna do very little.
Yeah, it's not gonna do as much as possible.
Oh, look at this. Look, wow!
Okay.
Already, the turtle down to a 5th!
Oh, but there are 4 members of Omega here, and Andoryu, right after killing Kosei up top, secures the first turtle, making Omega get a 1K gold lead. Wow.
Curly Nightmare on point. Again, what happened in Game 1, forget about it. This is Game 3. I'm a different beast.
And the best part is Light just went to level 4 just now. So you know RSG is really behind. And the question is, are we sticking to the Curly Nightmare moniker?
I like it. It works. you translate it, it works even better.
Okay.
I'm here for it. All right, so with that said, Smart Omega now, I personally think what they're doing here is the right thing. They're not caring about Light. They're not caring about Khalid. One of the reasons why I think the Khalid got greenlit by RSG is because, look, for them to stop the Quicksand Guard, they have to commit 3 things.
Yeah.
Chaknu, the Ulton Andoryu, and Ryota.
Yeah.
Save for that, he can just Quicksand Guard free.
Yeah, easily.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, and the beautiful part for Omega is they're really trying to avoid where Light is. That's why they
Exactly.
keep rotating onto Kosei once again. Seems like it's a replay of what happened during the first minute. But here comes Light though. Okay, we've been seeing most of the rotations coming into the XP lane the past few days, but this time we need to avoid the Light. We can't go towards the Light.
And it's not even just towards the Light, it's bear down on Kusei. Take away that late game insurance, take away the mojo of your opponent's goal. Oh, and they're doing exactly that. They're just walking away from the Khalid.
Again, avoiding wherever initiations might come from RSG. Here comes the pull coming in from Aqua. Is not going to commit it though. And the best part is, if ever this reaches the late game, if RSG manages to extend the game, they're going to have a hard time trying to burst down the crystal because Ukir has the Lilia.
They can defend all day. Not just the Lilia.
Wow!
Oh, no! The flicker!
What a catch from Ryota! Commits the Wild Charge Flicker combination paired up with the AOG coming in from Shaknu. Here comes the defense. Here comes Aqua. Nibor as well. Spear of Destruction will connect. Four members of RSG trying to go for Chuck New Year as he tries to walk away. Nibor with the stun. Raging Sandstorm going to be committed. Here comes Ryota as well, trying to soak up the damage. Adori with the Templars of Blades going right after the backline. Nibor is still alive. But is his offense going to be enough though as Ryota brings him down? That was an ambush from the Raiders, but Omega answers right back.
It seems like it's Omega who's playing with the Nether Realm. It's Omega who's rocking the quicksand guard. Not a single one of them fell in that exchange. Not a single one bit the dust after that prolonged team fight. And now 5 minutes in, they get all the kills. They get the first turret. They get the first turtle. And they're calling all the shots.
Yeah.
Let me tell you now, in my experience playing the Khalid in XP, in XP, it's kind of counterproductive for the opponents to run away from you. You kind of feel like, hey, guys, why don't you want to play with me?
Yeah.
I can only imagine the frustration in Light now, thinking, I'm fast, but I'm not fast enough to chase everyone.
Yeah, even as the Wilderness Blessing, so he's trying to really catch someone. But Omega doesn't want to play.
Exactly. This is a stroke of genius. Again, Omega understands, Omega knows that this is how the Khalid works. And by denying him one of his main strengths, now RSG's like, so what do we do now?
Yeah. I mean, they're avoiding trying to gank up on RSG, but here comes the gank onto Aqua, led by Chaknu and Ukir.
It's anywhere but where Light is. And now Light has been left playing the pacifier. It's an old Vin Diesel movie, if you don't remember.
Yeah.
Just babysitting Kusei because Kusei's already died twice.
When you're feeling low, like what Kosei is feeling now, he literally went to the bottom lane
That's a
instead.
deep cut. That's a deep cut. You watch that movie. You watch that movie.
Because Omega, okay, I thought that was a diversion, it was a recall.
You're remembering game 2.
Yo, what? But Ryota remembers how to use the
Bang!
Wild Charge Flicker combination. The Shaktu goes in with the AOG. Again, Kosei's gonna fall down. Here comes Devordo.
Oh!
Final Slash will connect as Aqua uses the Nether Realm up against 4 members of Omega. They're in between 2 turrets, but Omega doesn't care as Endoryu steals away the purple buff.
Grand Theft Purple, highway robbery, straight in the face of Irad, and now he sandwiched me 3!
Okay, here comes the Tempest of Blades for the catch onto Irad. Irad's gonna fall down. Here goes Spear of Destruction though. Andori still standing tall as Light tries to go right after him. And just like that, Omega now has a 4.4k gold lead. Wow.
About a minute ago, I was about to say, RSG, they're fine. It's more of an EXP gap, and less of a gold gap, and more just the kits from Omega and their aggression. But now, at 5,000 gold ahead, 7 minutes in, there is a large gap, light years between them now, between the kit that Omega has, their items, and as well RSG's economy.
Yeah.
The fact that Kusei died 3 times and there's not a single kill, not a single objective, not a single turret that RSG have to their name means Omega are, whoa, wait. This is just for the wave, all right.
Okay.
See, they're even committing ults now just to make sure that the map doesn't further go blue.
Yeah, they're really rushing things as much as possible. They want the lead of Omega to dwindle down before the First Lord comes in. They want to be able to contest. And still props to Irad, just 2 level gap between the 2 junglers, now make it 1. So as much as possible, RSG are able to manage the economy.
I tell you now, Ian, that's still pretty bad. I mean, the fact that it's just 2 levels.
I mean, it's not the worst scenario.
Barely 1. You're counting blessings at this point, right? Aqua gets caught, pulls
What?
1 in.
Another one! And Omega didn't even plan to commit on that clash, but they forced out the Nether Realm
What they did.
right before the First Lord. This is a huge win for Omega as he tried to burst down Ukir, but just one
What?
Black Shoes all of a sudden. Look at the life of Ukir. They burst down in Nibor. Who's going to get the kill? It's going to go on to Endoryu. Light charges with a quick sand guard here. It looks like Omega going to have an uncontested Lord.
Clean for Omega. I could have sworn Ukir was playing with a Purify. You see how he got caught by the...
One charge.
Well, no.
Oh.
Ukir getting hit by the final slash and
yeah.
still getting away with a Black Shoes.
Really?
Most other Lilias, most other mid laners at this point in the game would have gotten bursted down by 4 opponents.
Yeah.
He's still got the Black Shoes.
Even if RSG had the Nether Realm, it looks like Ukir has his own. Literally.
He's got an agimat from where I come from.
Agimat.
It's a Filipino talisman.
Oh, that's how you translate it.
It's an agimat. Keeps him alive.
Okay,
And now Omega's gonna make another one by Ryota!
The layering of skills from this team is just too amazing. I mean, that's 2 ultimates connecting. And a double kill, a 2-kill, a takedown for Omega as they try to work on Irad. They still have the Lord up top. And then you see how the AOG was just casted to perfection,
No.
complemented Ryota's Wild Charge
No,
Flicker.
I didn't see it.
Why?
It happened too fast.
It's too fast.
I didn't see. I saw the aftermath, but no one saw the setup. To be a fly on the wall of that room where it happened, where they made the call together, synchronized. They're like Jaeger pilots from Pacific Rim. They're drift compatible. They're in each other's heads.
Literally as Nandori goes
Oh!
in, Tempest Blade all of a sudden, Kosei goes down. Wasn't enough time even for the NetherRealm to save Kosei here as Aqua tries to walk away.
They're in too deep.
Jom all too deep. Sandwich got taken down by Aqua here, so that's the very first kill of RSG as
dead.
Ryota accepts his fate just now in a double kill coming in from Aqua.
All right, to be fair, they went too far. They were in too deep. There were turrets and there were minions, and at 10 minutes in, with 5 opponents alive, I think Omega, bit off more than they could chew. But as it is, in a moment like this, with this kind of momentum, I wouldn't blame him. But still, RSG punishes Omega hard.
Oh.
Take it down Ryota, take it down Big J. I think this is a clear sign for the Barangay to just take it easy.
I'm just curious to what the comms were like during that moment. When,
During that dive?
yeah, when Jom and Ryota got stuck there in the base of RSG. I'm wondering what Chakna was saying
I
that
think
time.
I would be more interested in the call after, of them just standing there. Not how deep they went in. I'm pretty sure that was just unintelligible screaming.
Yeah.
But while they were standing where the magic ward is, I would the flare, right? So this is it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. But again, Omega can't afford to have those mistakes, especially with the leaders they've established. But again, it was also costly because the 10K gold lead of
Oh, for
Omega
sure.
just suddenly became 6K. So they really can't afford to make those mistakes.
Exactly.
Especially the Lord, the second Lord, will now respawn
Oh,
in
yeah.
10 seconds. And they weren't able to take down an inhibitor on RSG's side.
Yep, almost snapped in half. So Smart Omega now doing the smart thing, working back on the waves, making sure that they're all pushed up on their half, but not too far up so that there's less resources flowing into RSG, and they get that free Lord, which, again, this is the second Lord, and the second Lord, and it's still unenhanced.
Unenhanced.
It's a baby Lord, it's a purple Lord.
It's fast how they just suddenly bursted down the Lord. Actually, I like to go back on Omega's decision to
You
not
may.
go for the third turtle.
Yes.
Instead, they just waited for the Lord to
Made
spawn.
it the earliest
Yeah.
Lord possible.
Earliest Lord possible. Again,
Yeah.
they could afford to do that. RSG, as much as possible, won't really try to go for a turtle or try to go for a trade. And Omega just said, let's just wait for the Lord.
Yeah.
Let's not go for the turtle anymore.
Yeah, the fact that time was on their side and the map was on their side allowed for them to make that kind of decision and amplified even more the returns that they got, which they threw out in that single sequence as they went too deep in. But now, Smart Omega is still far ahead. Again, 8,000 gold here. Ryota picked up the blade, man. He picked up the blade of Heptases. I think even Nibor will have to think twice.
You know, one wild charge power of nature combination for Ryota can burst down the squishy heroes of RSG as they burst down inhibitor up top. Gonna be a huge defense for RSG again. Their playoff life is on the line here. As much as possible, they want to get a win onto Omega. And now, okay, this is the problem again for RSG. Who do you catch at this point? Because we've seen Okir got caught up by ultimates, just Black Shoes, he's fine.
Yeah.
How about Joe with the Order and Brilliance?
I think it's the same amount of layers you gotta go through. AOG!
Speaking of layers, the layers are connecting here for Omega, but again, the inhibitor turret is still there. That's why they're going to bring down Ryota.
What?
But here comes Jom answering right back onto Aqua. Aqua's a passive though, so he's now spawned.
Irad!
Blade and Doryu chases after Irad and brings him down, but gets caught up by 3. And Kosei finally gets a shutdown, working onto Chaknu here as he pops the Revitalize. Spear of Destruction is going to connect, but a counterattack coming in as they bring down Light. It's going to be a 3-on-2. They have minions onto the bottom lane. Will Omega finally get a win onto RSG?
Whoa!
Look at the burst from Aqua.
Oh!
Manages to find one and bring him down. It's just Kosei left with the Winter Crown coming in from Chaknu.
Him against the world!
They don't have minions though.
And he defends! Successfully, Smart Omega sent out of RSG's base. RSG still alive!
That was a clutch spawn from Aqua with his passive, even though Jom was able to bring him down 3 seconds in for him to become alive once again. He was the only one defending for the Raiders, and now they are able to extend the game.
Jose with the sheer amount of minions and bodies walking into RSG's base. Best believe Aqua will be stacking up on his passive faster than you can say RSG need to defend.
RSG needs
He's
to
got the
defend.
passive, that's it. See,
Okay.
I told you.
Nice.
So with that said,
Good.
RSG
Good heads up play, Leo.
can play. Never, don't try me. So RSG can. Here's my guess. Maybe they don't contest. Maybe they try to turn after the Lord take, but they shouldn't be deep into the pit. Not like this.
I agree. I think they need to utilize the Kosei split push here. But again, the threat of Andoryu is just too much. You know, Andoryu's gonna literally try to look for Kosei. His priority isn't the Lord. It's really Kosei. So what do you do if you're a Moskov? Will you split push or will you join the fight? Will RSG just try to contest for this third Lord?
Well, they're trying. They're showing themselves. Kusei defending in mid. Lord now down to a fourth of its health, a fifth, a 10th, and that's it.
Okay, and just like that, Omega secures the Lord. AOG, they want to continue the fight. I think they're not going to wait for the Lord anymore as Andoryu brings down Light.
And just 2 seconds off his flicker too. I don't know if he would have survived, but now it's off of cooldown.
Yeah, at least he still has his flicker for a potential final defense.
In 20 seconds, 25.
In 25, they have minions here into the middle lane. Inhibitor might go down here for RSG. Chakna just charging the taunt here as Ryota has the wall. They don't have minions. RSG are able to clear that. And it looks like Omega will wait for the third Lord.
All right, they have time. They have time. That's a slow pushing Lord up top. Again, the only inhibitor left for RSG is that mid lane. And RSG, they have a hard decision. Again, the aforementioned split push dilemma. Do we send Kusei off to where maybe... Whoa,
Okay.
Flicker!
Oh no!
Nibor!
That was the catch RSG really wanted. Now it's a goal signal coming in from Omega. They burst down Era, Tempest of Blades, NetherRealm even unbothered for Omega as they try to work on the remaining members of the Raiders. And it looks like a triple kill coming in from Jome. And Omega will bring down the Raiders.